Hello, everybody. Welcome along to our Hindsight Podcast Studios. I am UB in Sonduna with the metronome. Now, in the last 6 seasons of THP, we've on a few occasions broke the internet. At least not quite. Well, last week's theory got lots of people talking. Some of you loved it. Some of you hated it. Some of you wrote full-blown essays in the comment sections telling us why it was completely wrong. And I get it. That's football. That's the internet. And frankly, we wouldn't have it any other way. So with that out of the way, it gives me great pleasure to be in the company of three of Nigeria's finest podcasters, starting off with TikTok favorite and everyone's favorite senior man, Mr. Inebon Monday. It is a pleasure to have you as well. Double award-winning podcaster, former Twitter sweetheart, now pretty much just a philanthropist, Mr. IUK Sports. And certainly last but not the least, luckily for A&R of opportunities. A man always in rare form. Get to see everybody on the show. A pleasure. Yeah.
You see, I thought you said you stopped doing giveaway.
No, that's what I said. You're a philanthropist. Yeah.
Your giveaway don't, you don't move past Twitter.
You know, when you go on people's bio, you see he's a philanthropist. We don't really know what he do, like he's a philanthropist. You know, and that's totally fine. And that's totally fine, right? But it is a pleasure. We've hit 12.5 thousand subscribers on YouTube, and that is a real delight.
12.5?
Yeah, 12.5. So I mean, there's a big we put our hands together for that.
Really? Nice.
Look, ultimately, we didn't plan to do a big World Cup show, but Sir Edwards came through and decided, to give us a great time, a great summer show with good vibes, and pretty much what we're doing is, he's trying to, make investments.
You check the investment, you don't want to make new ones.
Yeah.
What investment?
But it's great to see everybody. How was last week? So what was you guys got calls?
Of course. So I was telling
someone said he wanted to revoke our podcast license. I said we're not the license podcast.
I was telling Inebon this morning that I clocked something. People that are still calling me and talking about not just the last week episode,
right?
But the Messi Ronaldo.
Yeah.
The blood type. I mean, a genotype.
And first of all, what this shows is that...
Was that our first episode?
No, that was second episode.
Yeah, that was the second.
For the World Cup.
For the World Cup, yes.
Yeah, that was second.
That was second.
Okay.
People keep reaching out to me and saying things like... And what I realized is that these are like the people that usually would not reach out to me before.
Mm.
They know the show, they know the podcast, they like it. Oh, my guy reached out to me yesterday. Top guy, by the way. The investment banker, amazing guy. Yeah, I don't start with Rufai. I just watched the episode of your show. Loved what you guys are doing. I say, bros,
Where are you
Unglaze me,
bros. Love what you guys are doing. Congratulations on all the success. I say, bros.
Talk with today your mind.
Talk with your mind, though, because you don't know this podcast. You don't take.
Yeah.
Now you realize there was some success, don't today.
It's like when people don't follow you talk. Someone you don't want to talk to you, and they start with, over the years.
Or somebody want to talk to you, say, I respect you a lot.
That's the problem on the...
I can't notice it. After I talked the last one, congratulations on all the success. I don't respect. I say, bro, man, I greet you. Really appreciate it. I want to say the type. I say, bro, you don't greet me finish now. Wait till you the type. You the type.
Okay, don't do that.
You the type.
Yeah.
I say, okay, this is where we're going. You don't drop them. And you know what's crazy is that most of the people that will reach out, they will be obviously Messi fans, because now they now tie that first Ronaldo Messi episode to the last week one. They tie it together because the idea for them is that the only reason UB will come up with such an agenda is because obviously he's a Ronaldo guy and he's trying to create a Ronaldo Messi thing, right? Easily. So they would merge it together. I say, and they always take this stand of, no, I actually like Ronaldo. I think he's a great player. He's just, I say, bros, talk with you want talk with your full chest.
I know.
Forget all this. I actually like Ronaldo. Yeah, I think he's a fantastic player.
You want hit him before you collect your wife.
Let's go straight to the point. So what I realized is that I've assessed everything, and I promise you, it further reinforces exactly what my point was from that first Ronaldo Messi episode. Everybody, which is for me is a fundamental problem, and that's always been an issue. Everybody, I would never agree with it that I judge UB through the prism of Ineobong's behavior, or I judge IBK through the lenses of Ineobong's behavior. That's what everybody keeps doing. Most of the time, they don't admit it. When this guy reached out to me, I said, bro, first of all, this thing where you just talk, why would you have a problem with something a 41-year-old professional football player said after a game? Do you not see that
After I feel good moment.
after I feel good, do you not see that there's prejudice? I don't have a problem with you not liking the guy or hating the guy. First, just identify your own prejudice first, and admit that there's prejudice.
So I saw. I think that ultimately, right, the conversation around Cristiano and Messi is the last great proof of their greatness.
Yeah.
You know, it's the last great test of their greatness. You know, just how incredibly powerful, you know, these two people are. And that we're in 2026 in July.
Yeah, we're
still
talking
speaking
about,
about it is still the conversation you get. So that's a real great swan song for both of them.
How does Mbappé feel? You know, honestly, you know, I like, you know, how does it feel? You know, Mbappé, Haaland, Ousmane Dembele, all these guys, how do they feel that in 2026, we're talking about a 39-year-old and a 41-year-old respectively? They must be depressed.
But what it also tells you, right, is that the millennial generation, right, they've been able to hold a thought, right? Because effectively, the millennial generation grew up watching Ronaldo and Messi, right? Then the generation above that, what do you call them? I know the baby boomers. No, the baby boomers are like our fathers and mothers. You understand, right?
After or before millennials?
Before millennials, right? So what it says is that we saw them when we were sort of like, you know, coming up. They didn't have money. Then we started making some money, right? And we have the resources you get to continue the conversation, that kind of thing. You get, because we're basically the ones like, you know, funding media now where, you know, it's,
Well,
you
not
know,
the ones over.
well,
Steady
Go with
the talk.
Before person send me DM,
Shut that down.
say, bro, can you help me with 4 million?
I cannot.
someone actually sent you a message like
You know
that.
that?
Right now, send me, he said, please, I'm in dire need of 4 million.
Otto, you remember when Otto don't give you
Not 400,000, 4 million.
Otto don't give you this G's
You know
before.
how people that I get 4 million?
Otto don't give you this G's before.
nothing
So he
before
say
million,
he met this guy. I think he said he met the guy whether I was at work or whatever. Just realized the guy was friendly. The guy was just like
I told you that.
awkwardly friendly. You know. Long story short, after a few weeks, whatever month, the guy actually told him that, you know, if Otto fi borrow him $10,000, say they trap. Otto say, wait, hold it there. Wait.
Let's talk.
How have I presented myself to you?
For you to the things that I
Make
get
you
this kind
say
of money.
I cannot be say, not only say I get up, but I get up and borrow am to you.
Yeah. So help me. Like, why do people say stupid things? Right.
I'm just going to my own account.
Right.
Brother.
I got to borrow $10,000.
But no. Someone said a 220-pound worth player, Olise, hasn't scored a single goal at the World Cup, right? And nobody's talking about it. Someone replied them and said, because we have eyes.
We
We have eyes. You get. We don't be
These
silly.
nonsense people are doing research.
You get that's
Are they watch
yeah.
them?
We're seeing, like, if you say we know the watch out, we'll go greedy see what you talk. You know.
Now why this Henry and Mbappe's conversation?
Shut that
You know,
down.
fear.
No, don't shut it down. Please say it.
because you say football na high test.
Nah, I test, bro.
And
Now why they bring start? No worry. If Mbappe like make it score
Baba.
1 million goals.
Baba, some of
Henry na still God.
Some of us watch Manuel Ricosta.
Ah.
You know, get stats. Oh, sorry, no slander. He said Bruno Fernandes, you not touch him.
It was an error now. Errors are
You not
different.
touch him.
yeah, so I think
You not get numbers, so. But he said,
any Bruno slander now.
you not slander. No, I'm just telling you now.
Wait,
You not reach
come
him.
on, wait. I see this guy for Bruno comment. He say,
Oh, you go Bruno
he say, that's the way you want me to talk. Let's see, I'm go soon talk.
So Bruno posts Bruno post picture.
What did you be one line? Don't get sense.
Bruno first post picture for Twitter. He lock in comments. I see one person.
Why you dey lock your comment? If you are not guilty.
One person posts one picture say, "Oh, De Bruyne." When De Bruyne they argue with one of the team, they say, "Let me talk. Let me talk." So they post on top. This, you can't reply, so you can post the comments. That wasn't enough. Bruno come go Instagram, go post the same picture. Open comment. I open my IG. I look at I see him. I say, El Magnifico. This thing we gonna make I talk. No, for my mouth, you go, yeah. Because if I just come back carrying.
Don't go your house.
If I just come back carrying food, that's like, no, continue from where we stop.
What are you posting?
No, that was that about the World Cup?
Yeah, he said these players made us believe.
Which players made
what do you mean these players? Wait,
You don't play nonsense.
You don't be part of them.
If you coach,
You don't go play nonsense.
you come back on it.
I
They want the wine us.
I first laugh when I see. I first laugh.
You know when all the Man fans they like your comments, they like us. I say that's when I want make a talk. I know we talk out.
I said they couldn't go. I think it's the Man United fan.
Oh, the big Man fan,
Yeah. I see how they couldn't go post on Twitter. He say, Bruno, you see this is what you do for World Cup.
Make it head for them.
No bring and come and you. It's funny with that.
Make it head for them.
This is what you do for World Cup.
Make it head.
No bring and come and you.
Don't bring leave that thing where you are.
pity those guys,
right?
how long?
Anyway, but I was gonna ask, right? And we've done a bit of a 360 at the World Cup where we've pretty much the game has so many layers and so many facets now. Where there's a real football analysis, there's banter, there's narrative, and it's all part of the value chain, right? That makes the football experience in 2026, right, sort of worth it. There's stats, people that just watch the game purely from the eyes of statistics.
Yeah.
There are people that watch the game on eye test. There are people that watch the game looking for the agenda. You understand? And I think that all of those things have a place in the game, right? Have a good place in the game. But I wanted to ask before we get into the semifinals, and we're going to do a bit more football today, right? Hopefully. What player has impressed you the most at the entire World Cup? Because when the tournament gets into that mode where you're talking about the semifinalists is so powerful, you start to talk about the winners. Who's going to win it? Who's the best player of the tournament? Yeah. And you tend to forget some of the players that really impressed. And I want to start with you. Which player has impressed you the most? Because I was thinking about, Erling Haaland, right? And for me, what has been very important is I've had a real chance to watch him outside the confines of Man City and Borussia Dortmund. And you can agree with me and probably disagree. In the last 1.5 years, there's been a subtle, this guy is just a tap-in goal scorer kind of thing. It's almost he's not really that good, that kind of thing. And I always say that, for world-class players.
Not like there's a system, maybe there's a system.
Yeah, but this World Cup, he's shown that I'm actually the generational goal scorer. You get it? And I feel like he sort of like made people, like this guy is actually like, worth what they say he is. That sort of thing. But just aside that off the pitch, I've seen him do some of the greatest interviews in the World Cup. You get it? A real superstar. They get talking to people, the way he talks to the media, right? The way I saw him do an interview and he said, I have loved every moment of being here in the USA, but I think I've given too many interviews as well. I think I need to go home, that kind of thing. But just the genuineness of his personality. And I think that's really hard, especially when you're operating at the top level.
I don't know if you saw the Simon Jordan episode where
Jordan's my guy.
He had a clash with Haaland. So he's playing the
Erling or Alfie?
No, Erling Haaland.
Right.
So he said he's playing, there's a name they call it, something tennis, I've forgotten the first name. He said he was playing I've forgotten the first name.
Right.
Something tennis.
But you see, the game I gave you on tennis today? Put you around the place.
Yeah. He said he was playing tennis with Haaland's father.
Right.
And then the Erling comes in. Simon Jordan is on his phone. Erling now walks in and says, stop taking pictures of me. And they've gone,
Back and forth.
Simon Jordan said, I wasn't taking photos of him. So they were asking Jordan about something about Erling and Mbappé. And then he said, because Haaland is a disrespectful little toad in his words.
That's the way he speaks.
He said, because Haaland is a disrespectful little toad, I'll have to go for Mbappe. And then Jim White now goes on and talks about what happened, and they post the video on their page. And Haaland is in the comment section.
Yeah, he's going to be there. The guy is.
Haaland is in the comment section and say, I don't know what a little toad means, but I can take that.
Yeah.
Nice.
Gracious, like I've seen a side of him where, on top of the show, at top of this block of episodes we've done, the World Cup, we talked about how great, how football can afford a player, afford a culture, afford the people the opportunity to show their culture. And I think he's a very respectful kid.
Yeah,
I watch him. So he's a menace on Snapchat. He makes some of the most funny faces. He'll post something, no caption, that sort of thing. But when I watch him talk, he spoke about the Norway-England game, right? And there's always a tendency to be a sore loser. Everybody, if you're a winner.
Yeah, of course.
If you're a winner, you are most likely going to be a bad loser. Mm-hmm. Right? So when you find the anomaly, right, you have to... He said, he was speaking about the decisions that England got in their favor. Like the VAR, goal that chalked off, they could have gone up 2-0 kind of thing. And he said, I've been on Man City, right, in a big team. And a lot of times the decisions go our way. I understand it. In this case, England are the bigger team.
Yes.
You get. So I understand what's happening here. It's just the way it is. So I understand. So that was a really gracious thing to say. Yeah.
I know. Am I surprised he's had the kind of tournament he's had? No, I'm not.
How many goals did he score?
It's seven.
Seven,
for a Norway
His first
team.
World Cup.
First World Cup for a Norway team. If he plays in maybe a French team, he probably scores more than that.
Of course.
Probably.
I think if he scores 7 with Norway, if he plays in the French team, that guy can score 14.
He's top scorer easy.
Wicked Solot.
It's been
very wicked.
Wicked Solot. Listen, he scored 7 goals.
Very wicked.
For praise Haaland, say you try.
Wicked person.
I don't see Haaland is Haaland is
sorry, that's what he do now. I don't do any.
So
I be you now.
Exactly.
So I feel he's had a great tournament. Mbappé has had a great tournament. Messi has had a great tournament.
Yeah.
But my player of the tournament has been Jude Bellingham. And I think that he's, I just feel like for what he's gone through, the guy has been through the wilderness.
What do you know what he's gone through?
No. He's been through a lot. From sections of the media. It's been through a lot from the manager. They started on a very wrong footing.
Yeah.
When the manager has gone and said, my mom says this of him, And there's been...
Tuchel said that?
He said that. You remember the interview where he said, my mom says he looks like a divisive character, something in those lines. So there was a clash. There was Jude Bellingham didn't play.
Serious person.
Jude Bellingham didn't play for England for a while. He culminated from him being injured. He came back. He wasn't being selected. In fact, there were doubts he was going to make the squad. Yeah. There were doubts that, Tuchel played Morgan Rogers a lot more in his games. Yes. So people thought that he was going to have Bellingham, maybe sit on the bench or drop him, make those. To come to the World Cup and have this kind of performance, the mentality is absolutely ridiculous. Like when you see him play, and people talk about he's scoring goals, that for me is not what I would look at and say, oh, that's the biggest attribute he's got. He's an all-rounder. There've been games where Declan Rice is injured. Declan Rice has been injured for months.
Yeah.
Been injured for months. So Declan Rice hasn't had. He can't run. He doesn't have it. So times that Tuchel has taken off Declan Rice in the game, he has told Bellingham go into midfield. And you see that boy striding down, tackling, sliding. What he's done for the team, I just feel like there is no singular player in this tournament that has been that influential for their team like he's been.
I beg to differ.
I like that. I told you guys we're going to have more football on the show today. That's why they're saying he's arguably the best analyst on the show. Right, I've seen that in the comment section. So
I don't agree with what.
Right, no, but
let his fans glaze him.
No, it is absolutely great, right?
Well, go ahead.
Yeah.
Do you agree?
Because you want to talk chips. No. You know, when you carry chips, you understand? I think Chopper, I can't say go ahead.
If he talk something about Bellingham, I want to say, I think there was an issue now when he was interviewed in the last game.
Yeah.
I was coming at Tuchel again.
So what I was going to say was I wanted to say something about Tuchel, about Bellingham. I don't think it's not my best player at the World Cup so far. My best player at the World Cup is Michael Olise, right? But I think Bellingham is. Remember that time there was that saying that came and said is the Zidane of McTominay. I was
it's
so
the Messi of McTominay.
I remember clearly saying that's unacceptable. This is
Can I say that about Bellingham?
No, it was you agreed.
No, I saw no.
You agreed with it.
It's the Messi of
I put it to you that
that's
See, I think Bellingham is close. See, I just want to give him a few more major events, major tournaments. I think he's close to being generational. You see, that's the thing. I think Olise is my favorite player at the World Cup because of what he does. As a matter of fact, big call. I don't know if this is a big one. Yeah. I think at the moment, on the ball, like what you can do with the football, play football, Olise is the best player in the world at the moment, in my opinion. But people always, when it is not easy on the eye, when it looks like a bit mechanical,
I get it.
People always want to rubbish it. People always want to put it back.
I agree.
Yeah.
But make no mistake about it. One of the biggest credit I gave Bellingham at the time, I remember, was it is very unusual for a guy to be this tall and have that much control of the ball.
And close control.
Close control, the way he turns, the way...
Pogba was good as
he wasn't. He wasn't.
Pogba was good.
Pogba was more flair.
No, Pogba was good. But I know where you're getting.
Pogba was nimble.
No, he was.
Pogba was a good footballer.
He was nimble.
See, even in terms of like
Close
being
control.
able to dribble or possibly
Pogba was
better
more
than
flair.
Bellingham. What I'm saying is, see, when you're that tall and you are able to do this stunning where Xavi they do that.
Yeah.
Collect ball,
Bellingham taller than Pogba.
You go collect ball this way.
Yeah.
There was the goal Madrid scored. Which El Clasico was that? He gave him the ball. Pedri was approaching. He received the ball as if he was going to go this way. Then he did a swivel, turned this way, and then played a through pass. That is, it looks easy.
Yeah.
But when you are 6 foot plus, it's ridiculous. And the only way you're able to do that is at 23, you have an incredible mastery of your physicality, of even the level of talent. And like I said, if it looks a bit mechanical, people want tarnish it and then push it.
Bellingham is not taller than Pogba.
I'm not talking about taller. I'm saying when you are that.
No. I get what you're saying.
So if I want to give him a few more, because this is a generational performance at the World Cup.
And guess what? Last Euros, he dragged England to the final.
He dragged them to the final. Guess what? Against Norway, that game against Norway, very, very a key pointer. Was it the first goal, the equalizer? It was about 5 Norwegian players around.
First touch, pushed it.
Took the ball, first touch, went bang, goal. It's not normal. It's not a mistake.
Yeah.
There's something this brother knows. There's something he has. There's something he has
let me help you
taught
there.
himself. Right? However, to answer your question, Michael Olise, as far as I'm concerned,
What the tournament is
at the moment, the one player that I watch and I believe strongly that he's unmarkable on the ball at the moment. He can play a game where
I like to see him tomorrow
he
again.
can play a game. He can play.
Rodri.
Yeah, he can play a game where he go just pass him around. You think everything is fine. It's almost as if he gets to a point and he's like, on my way to, we never score. We need to win this game. And then he starts. Yeah. They did it against Senegal in the first game of the World Cup. They did it against Morocco. First half, they play Morocco sit behind the ball. Say, we're defending well. Second half, he just turned it on. He started receiving the ball and turning immediately. He wasn't taking touches before. They couldn't mark it.
So there's this thing he does where he's on the ball, then he has this thing where you're chasing him, and suddenly he changes direction. So he changes direction. You behind him,
and he doesn't touch the ball.
And he doesn't touch the ball.
He uses the direction of the pass.
He just uses like a special awareness.
At the moment, I think he's the best on the ball. He's unmarkable, truly.
I know you're dying to go, right? But with the Bellingham thing, right? What I'd say about Bellingham is, And you always have to listen to people that know the game because there's something they've accrued over time. And I remember Mourinho pitchside doing some punditry and saying, Bellingham is a player of it, that is of a different dimension.
Yeah.
And that was his first season at Real Madrid. For a 19-year-old kid, right, to go to Real Madrid, you start scoring goals, right? And you have that kind of season, and you have the personality to take it all in.
Yeah.
You understand? It's one thing, especially in the world where we live now, where people are offended when you celebrate your success, right? And I think that's
and if you carry yourself a certain way.
And that's the origin, I think, of his disdain that people have for him. No.
Why IBK they look?
No.
I said if you carry yourself a certain way, they look me. IBK, this thing,
Is that the way you talk when you come? Is that the way you talk?
You don't see him. You don't see him now.
What did I talk about?
Don't worry, continue, don't worry.
Continue waiting.
Shut that down. So I think, right, that when you think about the interviews he gives, I think that when I watch him in interviews he gives, he's probably one of those kids that they're 19 or 20, but they have the head of a 32-year-old.
Yeah.
Never says the wrong things, right? So you go back to the...
He said the wrong
He said the wrong thing a few days ago.
No. With
That's out of character.
With the Tuchel thing, right?
Yeah.
I think it is on Tuchel's path.
He hasn't done well too.
On Tuchel's path and on Bellingham's path, I think it is the kind of positive tension.
No, that's not true.
Hold on.
No, it is.
Allow me to finish, right? It is the kind of positive tension, right, that drives the standard of a team higher.
Very.
Right.
Absolutely spot on.
It is not toxic. You understand? It is just your manager thinks that you guys didn't have a good game. And I'm like, oh, well, I am the one on the pitch. I played the game, right? Let's not forget. Tournament, hold on. Tournament football and club football are different, right?
Far different.
Club football, right? The manager must have absolute control.
He can't say that.
He can't say that at club football.
He won't play the next 3
He won't play next game. You understand? Allow me to finish.
Oh, God.
Right.
Calm down.
Yeah.
In tournaments, it is important to realize that if we're going to spend only 3 weeks to each other, and 3 weeks if we do well. If we don't do well, we're going to spend 1 week to each other, and that's the end of it. do you get? If we do very well, we'll spend 4 weeks with each other. To that extent, I can tolerate you for 4 weeks, but to get best out of you. Between me and you, I don't think Thomas Tuchel actually fancies Bellingham, right? But he can't do without him, right? I can't do without him, and he's gone out there and he's slipped out, right? I didn't mention his name, but he said, they asked him a question about Bellingham. He said, what can I say anymore? He does it game after game. He's a world-class player. I think that when a player carries your team and glosses over your tactical frailties, you should give him a bit more, right? You should take a bit more, 30 seconds to glaze him a little bit, you understand? The way he carries himself, that kind of thing. Tuchel doesn't do that. And Tuchel likes to talk. So I see that there's a bit of this thing. But if you ask me, I'd rather that kind of tension, right?
In a cup tournament.
Than have people... Southgate was a good manager for England.
Yeah.
Right.
That's why England won nothing.
But everybody was nice and...
Everybody was nice.
I was about to say,
we've done well.
Problem if he's toxic. So long as you go to the field and use that energy and go and perform.
When this happened,
right?
Sorry, when this thing happened, I was thinking to myself that Tuchel is a manager. He's on the touchline. He wants to win. He's got incredible desire to win. England didn't play the best of football. They haven't played the best of football this tournament as I predicted. Against Norway, Tuchel talked about, England were lucky. They were a bit lucky. Another referee doesn't chalk that goal off.
Yeah.
Another referee looks at it and says, the ball was not in play when Haaland pushed the guy. The goal stands. So on that basis, you can attribute it to a bit of luck.
Yeah.
But England were not fantastic. They were sloppy in possession at times, and credit to Norway. Which is why I also understand from Bellingham's point of view. You're playing a very good team. They may not have the biggest of names in terms of individuals all around the park, but they've got players who can decide games. They've got Odegaard, they've got Solo. These are big players in Europe. So I can understand from Bellingham's point of view. And at that point, he's defending his teammates. He's standing up as a leader in the team. And believe you me, that earns him respect in front of his teammates.
People forget how hard it is to do an interview when you just finished game 5 minutes ago.
Again.
5 minutes ago, you get.
Your blood is still pumping.
You're feeling the intensity of the work you've put out, the physical.
Yeah.
You've left your heart and soul on the pitch, right? A manager sees the game holistically.
Yeah.
Right? And if you watch the interview back, what he talks about is actually the physical presence of the Norwegian players. Soloth, physically imposing. Odegaard, Haaland, all these guys, Sanderberger, you get. Sanderberger doesn't have a big name, but every game he's played against Man U, for example, he's ran the midfield.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a big name, but he's physically very dominant. And I think that people need to understand that it is okay to have a difference in opinion. Because that's what drives up the standard at the football club in an environment, in a working class. So I don't know what you think, but I feel it's good energy.
So UB, if you look at England's games since the start of the World Cup, I don't think they've been fantastic, And the coach has never come out to say that maybe his boys have not been playing well. If you watch all their games, the game against DR Congo, if it was not for Hurricane's brilliance, they would have probably struggled and maybe crashed out of the tournament. The same thing against Norway. The coach came out to say that, I don't think the guys were fantastic. I don't think they played as much as we wanted to play. That's not a problem.
Yeah, it's not.
The issue I had with Bellingham was you cannot be telling your coach to maybe indirectly telling him that he should come and if he feels that he doesn't can't wear jersey.
So now you didn't read between the lines of what Tuchel said, but you are reading between the lines of what Bellingham said.
It is understandable when the coach tells you that I think my boys were not, in a fantastic shape against Norway. I think we are going to do better in the next game. The same thing this guy said. Hold on. The same thing Lionel Scaloni said for Argentina as well. He came out saying he doesn't think his boys have played so well, but the next game we'll try and do one or two things. Then you come out and indirectly tell your coach that, you know what?
You won't follow Messi talk nonsense.
Baba can't wear jersey. It is
but that's not what he said now.
You don't share.
But indirectly, that was what he was saying. Indirectly, that was what he was saying. Say me can't wear, me coach can't wear jersey.
A friend of mine,
A friend of he's not playing the next game. It was me. He's not playing the next game.
You get out the World Cup. Some things.
Because you waited to employ you for.
Some things are very simple. You play stupid games. You win stupid prizes. You get right. A friend of mine said, if you line up 10 people here from there to there, and you tell them one thing, and tell them pass the information on to the last person. By the time the information gets to the last person,
it will be different.
You understand?
Of course.
Right. So IBK has taken...
So, can I ask a question? What exactly did Bellingham say?
So IBK has taken that piece of information that was given, right, and converted it. And that's okay. Because IBK is a full functioning human being with good cognitive skills, right? But what will not be done, right, and especially on this podcast, one of the great strengths of this podcast, right? And a lot of people will just join, a lot of people have watched us over the AFCON, and during big tournaments, we always have convert a lot of new followers, right? Let me be the first to tell you that this podcast is built on a lot of objectivity, right? And, when we want to play dirty, we can play dirty, right?
Yeah, sure.
But the context is always very important, right? There is a pre-existing tension between Bellingham and Tuchel.
Yes.
Do you know which other player? Do you know another player that gave a similar comment to Bellingham? No, Madueke. Madueke gave a similar comment.
Yes.
After this game.
Yes.
The last game.
No. The other game, yeah.
Yes.
Give a similar comment.
Sorry.
Hold on a sec.
No, hold on. Let's
Before I forget.
You quick forget.
Person say, they call witch doctor. Say, you don't own Madueke leg. Say the witch doctor say, I know the leg. That's why they play.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah.
I want Madueke against Norway and I felt for him.
You fell for him.
I felt for him. You know why I felt for him? Madueke is a confidence player.
Is that alert from the...
No, Madueke is a confidence player. How he starts a game is very important to how he plays. If Madueke starts a game like this, he holds the ball, goes at the fullback, maybe does a step over and gets past the fullback. he's going to have a decent game. If Madueke starts a game and maybe tries to beat the fullback, he can't, or maybe crosses the ball, makes a bad few crosses he's going to be a horrible game.
All this English, just
No, I'm telling you.
somebody
Bad
play
player.
no sense.
No.
You don't sabi.
Madueke don't start game. You don't go byline. You don't cross one useless ball. They can't give him ball again. They look the guy, pass him back. Look, I see has to go stand up for bench. What is wrong with him?
So
You know what I wanted to do?
Madueke, he caught me all right. So Madueke made the same comments, but you see,
What did he say?
Madueke has pretty much said the same thing along the same lines, like, oh, Tuchel said they didn't play well. And it was like, well, that's his own opinion. You understand? Yeah, I can pull up the interview because I have it. I liked it on Instagram, right?
I wanted to do.
But you don't see the media making. Again, you have to follow the conversation, right? There is, on a personal note, right, a subtle agenda from the English media, right, against Jude Bellingham.
Yeah, of course.
Right. Then there's also, to compound that, there's also a bit of a tension between him and Tuchel, right? And that's why I always say that if you're really good at something, nobody can drop you.
Of course.
You understand? But having said all of that, it's similar to context. Why I said context is very important is this. And again, please don't take me out of context because I want to just make this point. Cristiano, right, posted a picture of the 2016 Euro.
Yeah, 10 years.
10 years, you understand?
anniversary.
It was actually, in fact, the Portuguese page posted, celebration of the 10-year anniversary of winning their first.
Oh, the Euros.
Yeah, the Euros. Cristiano posted. It so happens that it falls during the World Cup. It so happens that they're also eliminated.
It was in the summer now.
You had, your 234 area code people inside there embarrassing themselves. Yeah, saying because you say that the Euros and the World Cup.
Insecure
He didn't
man.
say
They're saying
anything.
Euros is it?
Yeah. He posted.
You know Ronaldo now. You know they not comment.
He posted a 10-year
Look at what
anniversary.
you want to tell her. We never hear.
Engagement.
You get.
now.
So what I'm saying is that you can literally be Jesus Christ,
Yeah.
right?
And they will tell
people
you
will
that you are only
are you
pretending.
forgiving sins?
Anyways,
Baba, was it not Jesus?
that?
Yes, now. Yeah.
Hey!
Clemens,
Yes, now.
that's a good one. Oh.
I saw it since.
Because Ederson failed now. So
Shut that down.
see, here's what I was. Going to,
Is that okay signing?
here's what I was going to say. Right. This
How old is he?
This is Bellingham's exact words, right? When they told him what Tuchel said, he said maybe he doesn't know what it's like to play in those kind of conditions against Erling Haaland, Odegaard, Nusa, and Soloth. That's not an easy team to play against, right? That's what he said word for word. So you have to take it from. It's true that there's a bit of tension between both of them. I mean, and I get what you're saying. I can understand going the route of, oh, that's your manager and there has to be full respect. You can't go and say something like that. But Bellingham has said it as per, look, that's a difficult game we just played. It wasn't going to be an easy game.
Yeah.
Maybe our coach don't understand the people where we play against. Now, that's what I mean by you are reading between the lines of what he said to make it seem like, oh, he's telling the coach that maybe he should come and play it himself.
Yeah.
There's nothing in that statement that suggests that he's telling the coach to come and play it himself. You can say, oh yeah, he shouldn't be saying that to his manager. He sounds somehow, he sounds a bit disrespectful. And the only reason that has happened is because there's a bit of tension there.
Exactly.
It does not make sense in the first place that Tuchel goes to the media and says, my mother says he has a bit of divisive. That's not a sensible thing for a coach to go and say about their player.
That's not right.
That's why I said they started on a very bad note.
You understand? On a bad note.
So that thing, whether you want to accept it or not, that thing is still lingering.
Of course it is.
It's still lingering.
Ini, let me come in here, right? What this podcast shows me, right? And I love the fact that every week we rendezvous and have these conversations, right? Because what it shows me is that a lot of people separate their personal life, their personal struggles, their office life, and expect higher standards from other people.
They hold other people to standards they don't hold themselves to. That's it's clear.
In your office, all of us here, we have offices. We have things we're doing, right? We have people above us, right? There are dynamics in a working relationship.
There are.
If your boss goes on and treat you type of way, right? You are a man too.
Yeah, there's a cold war that will immediately
Cold war
start
immediately
going
start-
on. You see you and your boss. Cold war.
You know-
you go talk something for meeting, you go do your own one-liners. Okay, I know they whine me for you.
So,
If you want sack me, sack me.
so,
You know
so,
they...
so why do you think football will suddenly
Different,
be different?
yeah.
It's life.
You understand? The Pogba Mourinho problem, you know, where they were arguing and everything, and you know the video came out where Pogba was like, Mourinho told him, I think Mourinho told him,
Then you posted something.
yeah, so Mourinho was talking to him, it was like me. So Mourinho told him, leave the training thing. You remember that video? And Pogba was like, you know, Pogba was like, me? Like, what did I do? What did I do? That's what I was saying. What did I do? That is everyday life.
Yes, now. Conflict.
Yeah.
Conflict.
Proper everyday life. For me, that happens now.
Normal.
In an environment where you have men, you get with means. Like, you know what it means to have money.
Or when
You
you're even
understand?
trying to achieve a goal.
A goal.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. Like, bro, I don't like what you did yesterday. Bro, don't fucking talk to me like that. You know what I'm saying?
And you know the beauty
It's
of
normal.
The beauty of it is that Chukul is a winner. Like his mentality is I want to win.
I give him that.
And Bellingham is a winner.
Yeah.
That's the good
They go-
thing.
they go
that's
butt
the-
heads.
That's,
They go-
that's the good because
But they go align somewhere.
You're not going to agree. You're not going to agree to methods. You're not going to agree to style. You're not going to agree to even the way things are done.
But you would agree that we have to win.
But you agree that we'll have to win. So
There's a common goal.
Chuku said, I didn't like the performance. And the guy asked him the
mentality.
He said, you can't.
What are you talking about? What are you asking me?
He said, you can't have a question about mentality.
What are you asking me? That is mentality.
Mentality. He said, you can put it in a bottle and sell it.
And sell it.
Like, so you that's what he said. So he
I didn't see that clip.
You know,
I say
he said-
Agenda
You know,
man.
Agenda merchant.
So somebody said, how's Chuku going to feel? Chuku is going to feel some way because he's the manager. But guess what? This morning they are training.
Yes.
Because they know they have war on Wednesday.
Do you know what Diego Costa, when Conte won the league at Chelsea, right? Do you know the first person that came into the press conference and crashed it?
Costa.
It was Costa. You get
You
it?
know another thing I realized.
That's the first person that came and crashed
And
it.
they were fighting all
That's
the
the guy that came in and
You know another thing I
poured
realized.
water on him.
If they
right?
ever give you a leadership role,
Yeah.
if they ever give you a leadership role, and you expect that the people that you're supposed to lead should not raise their eyes towards you, you know, they should never question.
You know,
They
you
should
know,
never
power
question.
around you.
Power around you. You are not ready to achieve anything meaningful.
You
You
know,
are not actually, it's steady on. You are not ready. You are not ready to achieve anything meaningful.
But he won the league.
You see what happens again, steady on.
you know what you're saying.
You don't. You see, what happens is if they bring me, for example, in a corporate
don't know,
environment,
we'll be
bros,
fired.
in a corporate environment, for example, if they bring me and they say, look, we have very low budgets, we don't have a lot of money, we need you to put together a team that will build this amazing product or whatever market and let's make it. And then I go and I start hiring, you know, university graduates because we don't have budgets, but I scout them based on a set of you know rules or whatever, the best talents. I scout them in low budget and I bring them together. There's a level of respect I expect from them. Oh, you're young guys. You didn't have this
Control.
opportunity. I gave you this opportunity.
Yeah.
There's a level of control you expect. However, when they start growing and they start learning,
It is
I'll
my
be
job.
a fool. I'll be a fool to still
see them
consistently
around.
see them from the lens of that university graduate that I hired. That's when problem starts.
I mean,
So after you have won the Premier League now with Arsenal, even before you won the Premier League, there are players that have now walked into the dressing room at Arsenal with Arteta that I dare say that the way Arteta will treat some young players when he first got
No,
into
he
the
won't-
job,
he won't
he
do
won't
that.
do that. He
Of
won't do
course,
that with them
of
now.
course.
again. I talk about this played out in the popular show called Suits, right? Harvey Specter and his protege.
Mike Ross.
Right? Yeah, Mike Ross. Yeah. There was a point where Mike Ross was the guy who just was glad to be there.
Yeah.
Right.
Grateful. Eternally grateful.
Grateful to be there. Then he got to a point where the dynamics had to change in the relationship.
Clear the guy.
Mike Ross is like, yo.
Remember when they did the mock trial? When they did the
I
mock
don't remember
trial?
that detail, yeah.
So when the information started leaking out that he didn't go to Harvard, right?
Yeah.
And then somebody actually sued them that they hired him, he's a fraud, and the company knew about it and they covered it up. And then they did a mock trial in the office
Yeah.
to try and mirror what is going to look like.
Yeah,
in
the
dressing room.
retention is going to happen.
and the tension rose through the
And it
roof.
broke off.
And Mike was having a give him back, having a give him back. They came to this is a boy that he gave an opportunity on a platter that did not even have anything close to the requirements that was needed to get into that job. But he rose and learned and then got to a point where he can look his mentor in the eye and say, look, I will beat you in this case. You understand? So you can't have that thing, you can't question me. That's your ego getting in the way of achieving anything.
Yeah, exactly. You have to know when the ego gets in the way. Right, great stuff. Great chat, right? Told you we're going to talk football today. But I want us to talk about the eye test, and just to wrap up on the England-Norway conversation, I want to talk about the eye test versus the official statement. Norway coach said, look, the ball dropped out of the sky. You understand? And what I saw in the England game is nothing consistent with physics. You understand? I'm a man of science, right? When the ball goes like the ball doesn't go like this and come like this. You understand?
Why you say you're a man of science? Is it that science that Olamide is talking about?
No, not that one. Not that one. Yeah, that's IBK's friend.
Science.
It's IBK's friend, so.
IBK's friend.
Because I get one thing IBK ain't drink that time. Say it was going for 4 hours. I'm like, what are you on about that you need to go for 4 hours?
Is IBK's friend.
What are you trying to do that you're trying to go for 4 hours?
You want to discover
You want born Israel?
What is your take on the ball touching the spike cam, and dropping out of the air for England's equalizer? Because I think obviously FIFA's official statement says that the ball has sensors, and the sensor yada.
So you didn't touch it.
You understand? I think it's the first time the technology has failed. Because we're talking about eye test, everybody on the bench sees the ball stop in mid-air and drop. Because something clearly obstructs the motion of the ball, the trajectory of the ball, right?
The ball can't be going like this.
And then it just drops. You understand? I think that ultimately FIFA couldn't have done anything in the game. I don't think he could have done anything in the game.
Yeah.
I don't think, but I don't think it's wrong to sometimes admit, as opposed to damage controlling and saying, dropping an official briefing, it didn't happen, because there's something off about denying something that everybody is clearly seeing. I don't know if you agree with that. It is also a possibility that, look, we couldn't have done anything about it. It's the first time it's happened before. We don't have the protocol for that. That is a more empathetic way to say, look, we hold our hands up and say, what?
It's the same reason why, God forbid, a tragedy happens that involves a company. The first thing they want to do is narrative control, put out a statement, and then look for a way to skew the words and make it seem like, there was not. I always look at it as, why is it that the first thing you want to do, even when it involves like really sensitive and serious matter, human life or whatever, first thing you want to do is immediately say, and I don't want to name names, like there are lots of examples, like typically in Nigeria. So I think it's the same instinct. The first thing is you don't want to come out and admit that, maybe the technology failed. It could have failed. This is the first time they are trialing the sensor in the ball thing. It might have. You don't know, so it's about, even if you come out and say, look, we can see the reason why, there's a bit of logic with people saying it definitely touched the camera, whatever. But we are investigating what actually happened, and we're going to come out with a full report where we're, so the point of coming out and saying, no, he didn't touch it, he didn't, it never happened.
I think for me, what like is this Switzerland code I was talking about, when you want to solve something, you need to do it on the field. Once it is outside the field, it's almost impossible. So I think where they got it wrong, that's the Norwegian, was you saw something like that happen. I feel they should have immediately alerted the referee, but they continued with the play.
But what can the referee do in that situation?
You let him know, and you guys literally stop play.
But when
if ref no sound whistle, don't stop playing.
I don't mind that.
You will be shocked.
You'll be shocked. They carry the ball, they play.
Ref no sound whistle, you stop playing.
My own is, I wasn't even seeing them talking about that stuff until
like they were not even making any gesture.
Yeah, until that goal came in. You go and watch the game again. Like you won't even know.
But those things is that if the ball is in play, you have to.
I know, but like you are supposed to see the bench, the coach shouting that look at this, but nobody was doing that. Until they scored. No. You could see it. Yeah. Like the ball dropped in front of, I think was it Bellingham or something. The ball dropped and everybody they were continuing with the play. I mean, until the ball.
Once the ball hits the roof, the game.
No. If it's AstroTurf, he hits the roof, he's play on.
But now I like Argentine players. They go meet that referee as that thing they happen.
Because they know say nothing.
They go meet that referee say, Baba, you go stop this game.
Because they know say they will not be penalized.
Who send them work? Not already tell themselves that.
Don't worry, you don't go penalize.
You know what's going to happen.
No, they compare that one.
Speaking of... Just kidding. If
you know say they don't write scripts. Who on your life save is so large.
Yeah. You know the banger. You know the biggest banger of that last week. The biggest banger of that last week. That insider trading.
Insider trading now.
Guy,
you wait. They don't tell say. You wait. They don't tell say about go misbehave.
That shit was too funny, guy.
You know when
he said Argentina knew that they were going to play African teams. He said, but whose fault is that? He said, it's insider trading.
When some people
what kind of agenda be this?
Some people think we understand another agenda. When I think say now look like the Chris. Yeah. I saw it. Someone said someone was like looking at crazy too. He was like, we just want to show up. Yeah. But so don't bring your man to this here, right? But that video Fashion say, don't bring your man to the kitty. He was like, don't be on the kitty. Say me, I'm like this, I'm like a bat, I'm watching it like this. Agenda. You get. Anyway, it's good you brought up the topic of Argentina, right? Now let's talk about them.
The Albi Celeste.
Right.
Madmen.
And for me, I mean, this is a full disclaimer that ultimately, right, I think FIFA have knowingly and unknowingly, I think mostly unknowingly, let me use that, right? Created a scandal where they didn't have to be. Or created a fuss where they didn't have to be. Because, this tournament, I've seen stuff like, Argentina, all that kind of stuff. For me and the many of us that watch football, right, for a long time, we have our allegiances, Man U fan, Chelsea fan, all that kind of stuff. We have our allegiances. But one thing every football fan gets over time is they build a thick skin in the game. The thick skin or losing. Everybody loses the game. And as a football fan, you learn how to deal with losses, right? That just naturally comes with the territory. At the start of the World Cup, I spoke about why football is such a radical driver of culture and vehicle for great messaging. And that is because the game is so democratized across fans, and that's why it's the most globally accepted sport in the world, because the game is so democratized. Over the past week, right, I've seen what started out as just banter, hate watching, right, descend into almost a farce, where people actually believe genuinely that Argentina are being aided to the World Cup. And I put it at the result of FIFA. And it goes back to what I was talking about, sometimes when people see something, right, and they call it out, right, the right thing to do is to come out and say, I see why you guys would say this thing is like this, right, as opposed to doubling down, right? Take, for example, the red card against Switzerland. The Embolo second yellow card.
It was very stupid by them.
Embolo should be ashamed of himself.
No. It was very stupid by them.
Embolo should be ashamed of himself, right? But
we can ask a question. How did the mistaken identity thing, how did it happen? Exactly. I don't know what happened.
He simulated.
So this is it.
Yeah, I know Embolo died.
So this is it. When Embolo died, he didn't just dive. He kept rolling on the floor for a while. And the referee bought it. Then the referee immediately gave Paredes yellow card.
When he died, he handled his leg to Paredes.
So Paredes was now shocked. Paredes went to meet him. Like, I didn't even touch this guy.
Yeah.
So Paredes was fighting for the fact that you can't give me yellow on this. Card it's a tournament football. This is not league. Like Yubi said that you can always, if you collect another yellow now, before you are not playing the next game. So that was what happened. He called the referee, and then when he called the referee, I think VR now they watched the video again, just like what happened with Almiron's zone in the group stage. They watched the video again, and then they now said that, you know what, this guy simulated, and there has to be punishment for it. So the mistake the referee made was that if Paredes was not cautioned, he would have said, okay, you know what, let's just get on with it.
Yeah, I think so.
But Paredes was already
if
being
he hadn't given him
cautioned.
a yellow card.
You get,
he hadn't given
Paredes a yellow card, I think the game would have continued like that.
Yeah, I
but
agree.
now
That's a really
now
good
you have
point.
given someone a yellow card. So when
Which
you
is-
rescind the yellow card,
You have
what's
to give
happening to the
the
person
other
that
person
made you give that guy a yellow card?
That's brilliant, IBQ.
Okay.
That's
So that was the point. So there
That's why the referee
there was
gave a
nothing
yellow
the
I
card.
referee
also
could do
found. I
again.
also found you can't use VAR for a case of mistaken identity.
They did it again in Almiron's game in the
you
group
can't.
stage. Go and check it.
It wasn't mistaken identity.
That's the
It was-
first
No, there was one.
Hold on.
For
Wait, now
Almiron
US Paraguay, yes.
When
There
they
was one
carded
Almiron dive. No. There was one Almiron dive.
Yes, it's true.
There was a
True.
game Almiron dived. The referee gave the wrong person yellow card. The guy said that he did not do anything.
He went
Then
to
the
the
VR went
player.
to check it. They checked
back
and they
and
now
gave Almiron.
Why did they
now
do
gave
it? Why did
Almiron.
they do it? Why did they do it with Ulises' yellow card against Paraguay?
So
Because Ulises was given a yellow card when a Paraguay player clearly, he dove is the right one, Abi. Now, Ulises then protested, and they didn't check it. Nothing went out. In fact, the French national team went and appealed
it,
because
yes.
if he gets another yellow, he will miss the next game.
Yeah.
FIFA refused to
Yeah, that's
turn
true.
the yellow card.
Was that a dive?
so
Surely,
So
Now Latin and his
we're talking about mistaken identity. You understand? The VAR is part of the VAR's purview. It's under their scope of work. You understand? It's red cards,
Yeah.
mistaken identity, penalties, the World Cup now corners.
Corners, yes.
Right.
I hope that corner they bring into the Premier
I
League.
think it makes a good
it
point,
helps
right?
in business.
But for me, I think that the situation with the stimulation is novel as far as the World Cup goes. It's quite novel. Because I don't remember at any other point in time if somebody can give you a card for simulation.
That people-
VR,
it's very uncommon.
no,
very uncommon.
it's not
It's very
uncommon,
uncommon,
but
but
it
it
happens.
outside the
It's not-
box.
it's not common.
But it happens.
Simulation.
No, it hasn't
It's very
happened
rare.
in the World Cup.
Yeah, and the World Cup, no.
You understand? Now, what I'm saying is it a coincidence, right, that has happened in the 10-time game?
Yeah, it is a
I thought you were not going to cook today.
No, I'm not cooking.
No, because
The way you don't like.
You think where BK don't
Don't
talk.
like
No,
guys.
it gives...
You
No,
think where BK don't
again,
talk.
it's a...
Now what are you on, boy?
Complaining against anything you
Let me
want
come
to
in.
see.
relax, hold on,
You
hold
let me come in. A senior man. You see, we have talked about this thing and we have joked about it. We don't agree there. But was senior man, when we were talking about this thing and looking at the numbers on the show we did on radio, I didn't know senior man was on there.
No, I was on.
You were on.
Yes.
The numbers are staggering.
They're staggering. They are.
The numbers are staggering.
They are.
Argentina foul what's it called? Booking
Let me pull it up.
per
let me
whatever,
know.
and the numbers are staggering. And you know what's even crazy was that the guy then made an important point for the entirety of the Premier League season. As much as we complain about officiating problems, all 20 teams have give or take a difference of 3 between them in terms of foul per opposition. There's a word for it. UB is going to pull it out. Foul per opposition or whatever. There's the way the guy put it. A difference of 3. That's the difference between how many fouls your team has to make before they get a booking and how many fouls the opposition you are playing has to make before your opposition get a booking. The difference between them and the difference across the league, it was 3.
Yeah.
At this current World Cup, that's just a game of a few games, right?
Yeah.
The difference between Argentina at the top and France, who have been at the receiving end of unfavorable calls in terms of bookings and fouls, the difference is what? Maybe like 20 something or maybe 15. It's unbelievable. Argentina are on top of, favorable calls in terms of fouls and in terms of cards. Opposition, Spain followed by Spain.
Yeah.
Then I think England somewhere there, then Norway somewhere there, France at the bottom of it. Opposition have to commit at least 20-something fouls before they get a booking
against France.
Meanwhile, France have to commit maybe like 2-3, and they get. I'm trying
to find. I'm trying to find
an incredible level of inconsistency.
I'm trying to find what you're saying to me on, right? But
it's.
But hold on a second.
Okay.
You know, I've seen a graph here with VAR interventions per intervention rates per 100 fouls. Yeah, please send it to me. Yeah, and it is pretty much quarterfinals only. Quarterfinal is only, right? Argentina, right? Against Argentina per 100 fouls committed, right? 0.00. In favor of Argentina, per 100 fouls committed, right? 6.7. You get. The distance between that statistics for Argentina and against, if you do it with Spain, for example, who come in next, against Spain, VAR interventions per 100 fouls is 1.7, right? For Spain, in favor of Spain, is 4.3. It is 2.6, differential. You understand? 2. That's give or take 6.7 minus 2.6, about maybe give or take 3 point something differential, right? What that tells me is that even though Argentina, right, are, as you can clearly see, a talented team, working hard, putting their hearts on the line, right? FIFA, I put the agenda, I put the narrative, right, that FIFA are favoring them at their doorstep. Because a guy made a comment and said, once again, the rule book, right, there's no problem with using the rule book. Is that it is being selectively used, right, when it involves some teams. Hold on a sec.
My brother, hold on.
Right.
I'm holding on.
The guy said, he used the analogy of a coin. If I toss a coin, 10 times, and 9 times it falls on heads, right? It's not that I'm lucky, right? It's that the coin is faulty. Yes. Do you understand? Head and tails, I toss a coin, you get 10 times, 9 times falls on heads. The coin is imbalanced or something is wrong with it. I'm not lucky. Do you understand? What we are witnessing here, right, is that we could end up with a World Cup where if Argentina go on to win it, they would be robbed of the merits of
They won't. No, they won't.
They'll be robbed of the. Let me finish. You can have your time, right?
My brother. Yes.
They'll be robbed of the merit of this World Cup was won because we deserve to win it, right? And I don't blame them for that. When FIFA, the organizing body, have failed to do a job of you are a mediator. Like you're not a mediator. That's the wrong word. You are what's the word?
You are the governing body now, basically.
You're the regulator. You get. Your job is to make it as fair as it can possibly seem.
Again,
they say justice
must not only be served.
It
must be seen.
It's seen to be served. You understand?
Nice one.
That is the premise on which the narrative. And when Leo Messi, who I've had some good runnings with, you understand?
Is it a good running?
From anywhere.
I know that sound.
Courtesy, you understand? When he ends his career, 8 Ballon d'Or titles or 10, whatever it is, right? You are going to make arguably the best player in the world, right, end his career with a narrative that for most of his career was favored. And I think that's unfair to Lionel Messi. Because guess who's put him in that position? His FIFA have put him in that position.
IBK, I'm not cutting you. I swear to God, you go. I'm not cutting you. IBK, make I don't forget. I don't forget. Make I don't forget. You know what you be just do? He just use pots. Where they fit use, be like pot where they fit turn the other side. You don't use this side, they do the cooking. Last week. This week now, you don't turn the other side. But at the same rice, you cook.
Snowman.
No.
Snowman. Snowman, make I talk my own. Snowman, make I talk my own. First thing, let me start with what. I'll break this thing down for everybody to hear.
Break them down.
Well.
Please.
Let me start with what you said. Let me start what you said about Haaland. Haaland said that he's been in a team in a big team, and he's not been in a position where calls hardly doesn't favor him because his City calls will naturally easily favor.
Those ones, they favor them every season.
First thing.
God punished them last season.
Brother, first thing, you look at the teams Argentina have played. This is not the regular World Cups where you probably have a very strong team in a group stage. Naturally, Argentina are the defending champion. And this is not me defending FIFA for anything. They are the bigger teams.
He's on Messi agenda, but
in all the games they've played, Argentina has always been the bigger team. So naturally, calls will favor them. Secondly, I love the fact that you made mention of the quarterfinals. The president of FIFA is from which country?
Switzerland.
Switzerland.
it's trying nationality
Hold on.
just to put it out there. You know, you have your facts wrong there. He's a tri-national.
Okay.
Italy.
Argentina. Actually.
Baba. All those songs.
Oh, he's more recognized as a Swiss man.
Yeah.
So you intentionally don't want to talk to Argentina.
You want
Senior man.
No,
You want to put our
to
passports.
be fair to Gianni, right? He's done a fantastic job of putting out of pushing. No, he's no. Listen, yeah. He has done a fantastic job of dumbing down, of quietening out the other nationalities. Of course, the name Infantino gives him away. You understand? Once you're Gianni, your Italian side pops up immediately, right? But you know, he's a tri-nationalist.
Thank you. Senior man, the referee for the game against Switzerland is from Portugal.
Yeah.
Did you see Messi scolding the referee?
Hold on. And we understand the tension when you bring a Portuguese ref to come.
But when Argentine referee, they put 3 officials plus VAR or Argentine. You didn't understand. They say that was neutral.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's not an issue.
What is the game turning into?
But you know Anthony Taylor were bad from playing from refereeing games because of conflict of interest.
Argentines, they know they talk. The last World Cup, when Portugal against Morocco, Pepe came out to say that why would FIFA give them an Argentine referee? Go and read it.
Is that the first time you've seen that happen?
Now, Portuguese ref come, nobody talk. Ref,
You say
worry.
you like Argentine, say they know they talk.
Ref, no worry.
That one when Messi talk, say they be don't rig this thing for
down.
Brazil.
Ref, no worry. Down on our brothers. We know how they treat ourselves.
But you said they
for
don't
South
talk.
America.
So,
Senior man, wait.
Criminal. Say your brother from South America.
See, everything when they talk, say, okay, the thing FIFA is favoring. I've given you all the metrics to actually show me a proof.
There's no proof.
There's
But we
no
don't
proof.
promote them now.
All of these things are just
no proof.
speculations.
It's not
or alliance.
You don't
or-
talk everything when they talk says I agree with them. This one way you talk, I don't. It's not proof, it's not speculation. We just pulled out
Somebody put out data for you.
put out data
You are
of
Maro.
cards.
Do you know that fouls are different from fouls? Baba, you go get, you go take.
What are you saying?
You go get, no. If you go get, you go take commit. There are some. You go get, you go take
On
commit.
this.
Did you watch that Embolo's game? Guy, Embolo was literally fighting everybody in that back line.
Yeah, I didn't want to
I'm
get,
not
but
joking.
I
Embolo was fighting everybody in that back line.
They do since when competition starts now.
The first year, look at the guts.
was very bad.
That was very bad.
It was a red card.
Yes,
It
I
wasn't a
agree
red
with
card.
all
It
of
wasn't a red
it.
card.
The
It wasn't
point
a
I'm
red
making,
card. It was a
IBK,
yellow
you know, I don't
card.
have a problem.
Let me
respond to
guy.
IBK.
As in,
He badged
You
into
see,
the guy. It wasn't a red card.
I don't disagree with everything you have said. The reason I don't disagree with it is you have ultimately said, yes, calls are favoring Argentina, but it's because they are the bigger teams in all the games they
And the
play. So you are
defending
basically
champion.
saying, yes, calls have been favoring them. So you can't then say
Now the
that,
point is-
you can't then say that on the one hand, and then come at the end of your speech and say all these things that you're saying there's no proof for it. My brother, stay one place,
No.
Mary beats you, make one no stay. Now here you did.
Let me read that. So that was the start. The first stat I read was VAR interventions.
Then we know whether you be salt or you be sugar.
per 100 fouls. But I found this one interesting. This was for the quarterfinals. No. This was for the quarterfinals, right? Again, I think that, let me read the stats. Fouls per, hold on a sec. Yeah. So this is fouls per booking. Fouls per booking, right? A red card equals 2 red cards, right? That's just the parameters. Then fouls per opposition booking, right? And I'll give you the difference. This table shows
go over there.
fouls per booking You understand? Yes, that's in
Good.
Argentina's, for Argentina.
That's your response. They don't bring data come.
Again, stats, data are
Never hear
stubborn.
this kind of stuff.
Data are stubborn things. You
You
get?
go over Argentina, they
Yeah.
go.
You know-
I will carry a free book.
You get?
Match reports. When I carry out match reports, come they put
get-
am for show us.
If you like talk to that because of Messi and his children, they concern you and they concern all your entire family.
So fouls per booking, right?
At least this one now, you know, Victor J proof no day.
Fouls per booking, 19.7 Argentina, right?
You be this stat that you are reading.
Yeah.
How is it affecting football matches?
How is it?
Affecting football
Your
matches.
Let me answer him. How does it affect what?
Football matches.
How
The football
does
matches that the Argentina have won. How does this start? Apart from the
These are the
red
issues.
card,
These are
the
the
red
issues.
card.
Where is in Africa?
this is the problem?
The red card.
Let me
no,
tell
hold
you.
on.
Senior man,
No,
have you
hold
ever
on.
played in a game? Have you ever played in
No,
a
I've
game?
never.
Where
Continue.
the referee just keeps giving, where it feels like everything goes the way of your opposition, nothing
Yes.
goes your way.
Yes, Champions League
What do
final.
you then mean that
Champions
how
League
does that
final.
affect the game?
That useless referee that FIFA dropped.
So what do you then mean that how does that affect the game?
No, the
That
point
is the
is-
ultimate. See, bro, you don't see who thought that in that time say, oh, Man City, they're the best at making tactical fouls. There was
Yeah.
somebody that said it then.
Yeah.
What's the concept of making tactical fouls? They want to disrupt your rhythm. Anytime you seem like you get any rhythm going,
They stop it.
They stop it. See,
Let me read out. Let me read out the entire tweet, right? And this was from a guy who said, different referees have different tolerance levels, right? But they should, in theory, referee constantly
in a single game.
the same match. And I said, I said that point is like, when referees come into a game, right, in a tournament, I said this already, I'm going to say it again. There is a global agreement, right, of how this tournament is going to look and feel in terms of officiating. The referees know, the players are calling and told, this is how we're going to go about this tournament. The coaches are told, tell your players that, look, for example, in this tournament, we're not going to take time wasting lightly, right? Everybody agrees. So that's the global approach. Then the referees, because of their talents, right, and personality, have a peculiarity in the way they will apply those rules. Like judges, for example, right? There are rules, there are laws set out constitutionally. When a judge is hearing a case, your attorney will tell you,
still
say,
take
this
discretion.
particular judge doesn't like
Yeah.
it when you are behaving like this.
Yeah.
You understand? But there is a black and white rule.
Yeah.
Right? In a game, the theory is that we expect that referees will referee the same way, but that's not true. Right? Referees have different tolerance levels. They have different biases. They have the things that they don't accept, that kind of thing. Do some teams seem to get away, and this is from a guy called Chris, seem to get away with more than the opposition? So far, quite markedly. England, for example, before the quarterfinal,
England.
right, don't seem to be able to lay a glove on opposition
Until
right,
the opposition gets bookings.
Yes. Before the opposition before getting a booking, right?
That's telling.
The opposition have average foul on average fouled France in an incredible 22 times before getting a booking. So basically, France have suffered the most in terms of tolerance for the opposition. You literally have to cut France person leg before
Before
they
they
go
go give the opposition a card. That's
You
what,
understand?
like it's numbers. It's not opinion.
It's not
No,
opinion, right?
but-
Hold on. Let me finish,
Okay.
right? Norway, on the other hand, for the quarterfinals, look to have, in general, had lenient refereeing, right, up until, the quarterfinals, right? Argentina and Spain, right, can do what they want, right? But when you touch them, the stuff I read out to you was Argentina and Spain.
That's
right?
what the numbers
But when you touch
suggest.
them, you will likely get booked. That's are stubborn things, right? They're not IBK's feeling or UB's emotion. You get. It is just numbers.
Okay, so
and
can
Hove,
we-
who just did his 30th year of reasonable doubt celebration, said, this one lies, but the numbers don't lie, right?
Can we also say,
Right.
You talked about the difference in referees. When we're having this conversation on radio on Thursday,
Right.
I talked about Clement Turpin, a referee who is famed for putting his yellow cards in his pocket. Incredibly, he was a guy at the center against for England against Norway. He gave out only one yellow card in the game. Christoph Ayer, 117 minutes in extra time. If you remember the English game, You cannot tell me that there is nothing that happened in that game that didn't warrant a yellow card.
Okay.
The guy doesn't like it.
So how did Paraguay play against France and they did not get one yellow card?
That's what I'm saying. Referees
Was
are
it the same
different.
referee?
No, I don't know if he was the one.
So the point is, bros, you don't understand. You didn't listen to what you said. Referees have different thresholds. The point is, if we walk into one game and me and you they play against each other, inside that game, you as the referee, you can't flip-flop.
Yeah.
Inside that singular
can't
game.
treat
If you
both
give
teams.
me a yellow card for a soft foul,
You
you
can't-
have to give him a yellow card for a soft foul.
Yes, I
You
agree.
can't officiate one single game almost as if you have different rules for this side or that side. The same game where Paraguay almost went away, it wasn't as if Paraguay could have gone away with anything. France was getting yellow card. Olise got a yellow card for somebody diving. And Paraguay didn't get one. And they could have removed
that was
Mbappe's
strange.
leg.
That was strange.
So basically, you
point.
didn't hear what I was saying, right? I'm going to read this out. Right. FPB, fouls per booking. FOPB.
You said today
right?
you must hear.
Fouls per position booking.
If you all this
Right.
is, yeah, beg.
I beg leave the AC, please. Let it run. Right, put your turn this one off here.
Please, I'm losing my mind.
Argentina, right?
Yeah,
I want to go Europe. I want to go Europe.
19.7 fouls per booking, right? Fouls per opposition booking,
Yeah.
5.4.
Hold it there.
Right.
Fouls per booking, 19.7.
for Argentina.
Yeah.
Is that not what you just like?
Yeah.
Fouls
For
per
like for
opposition.
the opposition.
Yeah. Fouls per booking, yeah.
Per opposition booking.
No, fouls per booking, Argentina. For Argentina.
19. That means they have to do up to almost 20 before they get a booking.
For Argentina.
Opposition has to
Yeah.
do what? Opposition has to do 5.4 before they get a booking. The difference is ridiculous. That's the point.
What the stat
It
tells
is,
you, right?
actually.
You understand? What the stat
actually.
tells you is that there is a great threshold. Guess what? Second in command, Spain, right?
What the numbers suggest.
18.3 fouls per booking. Opposition 4.6, right? Difference is 13.7, right? Now, when you look at the stats compared to France, for example, France are bottom of that table, right? And this table has 8 teams, right? France fouls per booking 12.3. Opposition booking 22.5.
That means opposition could go.
They can kill France.
But Spain, they enjoy this thing. But Argentina, everybody.
When I mention Spain, are you deaf?
Now Argentina, everybody they call. Now Argentina, everybody they call.
Because they're top of the log.
Because they are the defending
The
champions.
difference is not read.
No, but it's, I hear what
the
they're saying.
difference is no much.
But Spain,
do you understand?
Difference of what is not much?
Like Argentina and Spain.
You bring the thing.
That's what he said.
What I'm saying is that
And it's Argentina that's on top of it.
everybody now only Argentina they call.
We
said
dey talk
enjoy
about
this
wetin
thing.
stats suggest. Which one be everybody? Na Twitter we dey.
Spain said they enjoy this thing. I didn't even know. Spain said they enjoy this thing.
No,
What are you deaf? Wait,
Spain said they enjoy this now.
wait. I do a table that has 8 teams, right?
Yes.
First team is Argentina, second is Spain. And I mentioned
See
Spain.
what I always say about prejudice.
Yeah.
You see what I always say about
When
prejudice.
it's like
No, wait, hold on. When you started this conversation,
Exactly. Thank
did
God
not
you
mention
went there.
Spain.
No, he did what he said. In fact, what he started
no, he
the
did not
conversation
mention
with.
Spain.
I read
He
2
said-
stats.
No,
He said,
you let me respond to
hold
you. Let
on.
me
I
respond to
remember
you.
now. He said Argentina have been enjoying favorable call.
No, he said I will put the blame. See, that's the thing. You see, it is IBK. Let me explain to you why it is your prejudice that's
That
making
is
you
talking.
feel this way. When he started what he said, this narrative that people are saying they're favoring Argentina, I'll put the fault
On FIFA.
On FIFA. Then he went, that's how he arrived at, this is what the stats look like. That there is something that it seems like, and then he read what is happening with Argentina, read what's happening with Spain, he's giving you a proof of say, this is why people are doing this narrative.
And if I
He
may
didn't
ask,
tell you
I'm
that,
sorry, if I may ask, where is it start from?
No, it's
How
from that
true-
tournament we played at
how
Lekki.
true- how
It's from that
true-
tournament we played at Lekki.
No, let's be honest. How true is this start?
This is how APC will behave.
So don't say I'm prejudiced. Let's go on. Let's move on.
Please, you are the producer. Where is the start from?
Let's move on.
Where is this start they are reading? Where is it from?
This
It's not Opta.
is enough from Opta. So
It's not Opta.
Should we bet shorter? Do you want to bet?
IBK.
The
Do
only
you want to? No,
IBK.
But the only start where I go believe now referee association starts. May they bring am out.
no wahala, go find am.
Now wetin happen with this for the World Cup?
Go find out, my
IBK.
brother. Good luck and
IBK.
God bless.
These stats cannot be moved around if they were not original. Don't do that.
Nigerians have a problem with data.
Yeah, they do. I agree.
Once you talk about numbers and bring statistics, they
want
say, no.
In our life,
leave the numbers first. Let's talk about.
This is not APCO. Don't put it out.
Stats are stubborn things.
So but the numbers overwhelmingly favor Argentina.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
And Spain, yes, and Spain.
Yes.
Let's put it out there. But I just still think that.
You know when it's raining now, right? Probably can hear it. It's raining now, right? You see a video of Ghana flooding. And I'm saying, it's even flooding in Ghana too.
Is that not what Joy was doing that other night?
Yeah. It's flooding in the UK. It's affecting UK people.
And you know what's even crazy? Since IBK wants to do Argentina, you yourself just said all the games they've played, they've been the bigger team, they've been the better team of all the games they've played throughout the World Cup. No be opposition suppose they foul them pass. Maybe they are the bigger and the better team. No be opposition suppose they foul them pass. They try stop them, say they better pass, or maybe they don't score. Foul Messi, foul Enzo, foul. No be why you be saying Argentina with so many fouls.
Which was said.
But that style of
which was exactly.
I agree.
Exactly right.
I think it is their style of play. I think you know what's crazy. To add context, to even add context, it is a combination of their style of play and even the opposition. When you play against, Egypt, you play African, the thing una go knock each other, una go do some kind. It's context. Again.
Una don't say AFCON.
You see
and they don't show AFCON.
You see the Switzerland game, right? I just play a lot of intensity. They play at the edge of the rules.
They play with a lot of intensity. When they lose the ball, they run out.
That's why I say, and South Americans dive a lot. Argentina dive a lot too.
They dive, right? They dive. South Americans dive.
If you start. The question is, when you start the simulation yellow card thing, I think Mbolo was stupid. We're probably going to end up with matches where you have 4 people on the pitch.
The thing will go vex me now.
We're going to start giving out sending people off for simulation.
The thing will go vex me now because Argentina will play next game now. One of their players will dive. Referee will forget.
The reason
if they give person yellow card,
the reason that referee gave that yellow card, it wasn't because of the isolation.
No.
I hear the
no. That thing IBK said.
It was a solid, very fantastic bomb by IBK.
That's the reason.
I don't know.
That's the reason.
No, you don't have my brother.
That's the reason.
You don't have anything to prove that's the reason the guy did it.
But you also do not have anything to prove that
I am not proving it as a matter of fact. I'm only telling you that let it not be that you go another game now, you no go give up. I'm not saying he will do it as a matter of fact.
Let's see another one, right? How does Messi have the authority to scold the referee the way he scolded the referee?
Stadium.
I'm just saying.
He's the captain.
No.
Stadium.
No,
Stadium.
No. You and I know.
You the referee to
you and I know.
The food don't done.
No, you and I know.
He's the captain.
Lip readers tell. Lip readers
He's the captain.
The food don't done. You see the cook.
Yes, now Messi deserves it.
I never see that kind.
You don't finish
Ballon d'Ors.
You don't finish your
with respect.
man.
A 39-year-old.
You be don't finish jollof fry. He still go to fry turkey. I don't done.
It's okay. Anyway.
You won't marry me.
Anyway, right.
He don't sauce up. He don't sauce turkey.
We're at the stage of let me run the show. Right. We're at the stage where, we sort of have a bit more insight on how the teams play, right? So semi-finals, right? I saw somebody put a fixture up. I said, England versus France.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? Argentina,
he said France versus Spain.
France versus Spain.
England versus
FIFA. You know what I'm saying? So,
come put a free sign to see.
So, I want to talk to you about the England Argentina.
That's an intense.
What kind of game would that be?
Yeah, it's going to be very intense. Argentina don't like easy football games. They don't like it. I think if you play an easy game with Argentina, I think they lose. Yeah. They like to play on the edge. And I hope that England will be ready for it, because when I look at Romero, the tone that the team sets is that back line. Romero and Licha. Yeah. I think that the way they play, the aggression
all of a sudden, Martinez is a good defender because of Argentina.
No, but he's a good defender.
They're saying
let's stop that. The way they play, the aggression they play with, Enzo, McAllister, They snap into tackles. They are not the 50-50s. They are going to win everything. But ultimately, I think that game is going to be decided by a moment of sheer class, Bellingham or Messi. I think that game is going to be so tight. Defensively, I don't think England have faced anything as relentless as they will face defensively. I think that, even against Norway, I don't think Haaland stretched that defense that much.
Solos now.
That's
Solos now.
But the way the Argentines are going to stretch the English defense, Julian Alvarez, the way he runs, I think it's going to be a very great game. I fancy England for some reason. I fancy England. I really do. I do. I fancy England. I think that England have shown that they can do, nasty games, dirty games, get stuck in and find a way. And if you let Harry Kane shoot, 3 goalkeepers are not catching it. So England is my pick to get to the final.
Do you have a prediction? England, your pick, you'll go to the final, yeah? 2-0?
No, Argentina will score over 2.5 goals.
See, nobody's taking everything he has on that over 2.5 goals.
I think England, Argentina will score.
I honestly struggle to just go because the suggestion, because of Harry Kane, a few other quality players that England have got, the suggestion will look like, maybe England will have more quality for Argentina because, Messi, Julian Alvarez and all, but you look at the midfield, it feels like England might have a bit more quality in midfield than Argentina will do. Rodrigo De Paul.
Where's this quality?
I mean,
because now Anderson.
Relax yourself.
I'm not relaxing.
If you are able to bring on Anderson, if you are able to bring on
Rogers cannot lace McAllister's boot. Don't worry.
Relax now.
He cannot lace McAllister's boot.
Relax yourself.
Leave midfield.
Now they kick people for that World Cup. Argentina never really play. Argentina never really play.
Declaration is not fit.
Argentina never really play.
Fit and on a team.
Argentina never really play any easy on them. Now they kick people for that World Cup.
Yeah, now they will continue.
If you can bring on, Morgan Rogers from the bench, Jude Bellingham is in the game with the World Cup that is. But
they haven't played Menu, bro.
They've not played Menu.
But
Argentina is too.
Don't put him against Argentina.
Argentina is too. Say
that boy's career.
Argentina is too.
They should leave the ball at the house now.
Don't put that boy against Argentina. It's not a game for boys. It's a game for men.
They've not played Nico Paz. They've not played.
That's how Menu plays.
Some very talented players that they have on the bench. I was going to say that I struggle to, because the way Argentina don't play this World Cup, to snatch success and victory are the joys of defeat.
They've done it 2 times.
2 different games. I think there's a level of, and then on top of that, you're defending champions. There's a level of mental strength. It's going into a game and you feel like you're invincible.
If you want to come and get it, if you want to walk or come and get it.
One goal, guys, don't worry now. We're going to do this. So that mental edge, and when they want to be mad people, they can be. If they score first or whatever, it might be difficult for it. I struggle to. I can't go with England, but honestly, I feel like England might.
I think Argentina in the final.
I think you guys are probably because you didn't see a lot of Argentina's game. I think you guys are. I think you guys are overhyping Argentina, to be very honest.
No,
because
I know what he's doing now.
No. He's securing his next show.
Wait. I want to remove a stone under your leg.
You guys are overhyping.
I want to remove stone under your leg.
See, let me tell you.
I want to remove stone under your leg. Which Argentina match you don't watch for this World Cup?
Everything, bro. You watch everything.
You watch Argentina, Egypt.
Why I no go watch
Who scored the 3rd goal?
Why I no go watch that kind of game?
Who scored the 3rd goal?
Argentina, Egypt. Was it not Lautaro? Who scored it?
Enzo.
1.
Okay.
Argentina. Moving on.
I saw the game now.
Moving on.
I saw the game, bro. All the games I see.
Watch the game.
All the games I see.
That's all right. Now the who scored 3rd goal for Egypt game, now you don't go remember.
No.
That Egypt game was the closest they came to being knocked out.
You don't play where MK with Glaze for this World Cup. Now Premier League players say, this guy's play ball. I say, you say they watch Premier League.
What I'm saying is because I think that you cannot win World Cup by luck. That's the honest truth. That's why we only have 8 teams that have won it.
You cannot.
You cannot win World Cup by luck. And that's why I'm saying that the way Argentina have been going, The way.
So you think in luck they don't take qualify?
Hold on. The way Argentina have been going,
Ini.
I think they finally met England. You get.
Top 15 and
And I don't think that Argentina's
They're
midfield.
playing England.
That's something, Sha. That's another angle.
my fear for the Argentina
They're playing
midfield.
England.
They don't have the legs compared to what England
England
have.
have-
But I've seen their game. Their transition
They don't
is
have
very
legs.
slow.
Yeah.
They are
Their
always
transition is not slow.
It's
All those are diagonals. My God.
no Argentina.
They switch
They watch
play
their
very
game.
quickly.
I'm telling you. Yes, I'm telling you.
You analyzing on
Yeah,
it seems
when
that Martinez can pick a
When
pass,
they
pick
chasing
Messi,
the game,
can find
that's what I'm
Messi
saying.
When they
over
chasing the game,
60 yards.
Transition.
When they chasing
they can't
the game-
move the ball. They can't move the
They
ball.
don't pass. They don't pass.
Because it's not their strength, they can't play that way.
their strength.
I said
Not their strength.
the goal that the winning goal against Egypt.
Yes.
I saw it click when they move the ball like this. Messi,
Now Messi
People
tell
are
us-
gonna say-
Messi told the guy,
Go.
play the
People are
ball.
going to say it was because they were chasing the game. The first goal Messi scored against Cape Verde, were they chasing the game? They launched the ball to what's this guy, the
But
Man U
England
defender.
did
Yeah,
There's no build-up
They
quality
launched the
midfield.
ball
They don't
to
have
the
the
Messi.
England they different too.
No, that's why I was shaking your hands. I agree. The legs thing, you know,
England
all
have
that.
legs to run.
That game, England will score at least 3 goals in that game.
Ah,
All right, fair.
three is the
At
strength.
least 3 goals in that. I'm not
So-
even
so-
joking.
Harry Kane is on the field,
race
so
for
fair.
race for top for golden boots, right? Messi has got what 11 goals. I mean, how many goals?
No,
in the
8 goals. 11 from
I'm
where?
surprised he now reached 11
8
because
goals,
you
2
know
assists.
the way they give.
Mbappé-
I has missed two penalties.
Yeah,
right?
penalties.
Mbappé 8
That
goals.
would have been right
8
now. You
goals,
understand?
3 assists.
So Messi has 10 goals, right? No, eight goals, right?
Mbappe 8.
Mbappé has 8 goals now.
Haaland 7
Right.
gone.
Haaland 7 gone.
Harry Kane,
has
how many?
6.
Harry Kane 6.
6,
Also,
right?
I think Harry Kane will top the
Bellingham,
league.
six.
Bellingham 6.
Wow.
Bellingham 6 goals, man.
6 goals.
They
at the
clear
moment.
on
I don't think Messi.
Say this is the way they do, no before free.
Messi no
Bro.
be feeling that. Messi no be feeling. Those young boys go. They go
Messi
pass
tell you,
am.
Messi tell you, say he get legs since when he did the one way.
No, no,
Messi
those
is not looking for high.
Messi go down the waka. See,
I saw a stat this when I was coming.
Oh, you
that,
did follow check stats.
of all the players who played in the group stage of this World Cup and played 90 minutes, at least 90 minutes, outfield players, Messi did the lowest kilometer,
Yeah.
8.1.
about 60-something.
Nobody says
He waka now.
Nobody says he's holding the team back.
But
he waka?
one thing he knows how to do, he knows that the pass is going to come. So once that's the thing, because he knows say these players they go
They go
launch
run,
out.
they go pass,
So
go
he
come.
knows how to that off the shoulder movement. Messi don't the way they move, you go just say in the outside.
He drum
He don't
against
move.
Switzerland.
See.
You go just say they keep him offside.
He drum against Switzerland. That ball was onside.
See.
That
He
ball
was
was
onside.
onside.
That ball was onside. That ball when they give away, it was onside.
Like proper onside.
Yes.
bro.
See, there's a difference here, right? And you know what Messi fans always do? When you talk about Ronaldo, Messi, you bring Ronaldo come inside. You know, so Messi, so make I do him back, right? The stat shows that this guy has pretty much, picked the moments to shine. If Cristiano, right, did the same thing, the stat would be like, oh no. They're possibly playing shots one.
No, that's what the narrative will be. That's what he's always.
That's what the narrative will be.
That's what the narrative will be.
But difference is that Messi no say, Baba, that's how I'm going to play. The team is also recognized that's how he's going to play.
Yeah, they
that's why they put
leverage
in
on
extra.
they leverage what the strength is.
Do you see the one time they put the ball on top of Ronaldo? The offside.
yeah.
You see how he killed the ball? See how he killed the ball and scored?
Against Croatia.
Killed the ball and scored the goal, right? I don't remember another time where they put the ball over the top again for the entire game. Guess who's taller between Ronaldo and Messi? No prize for guessing. Ronaldo is taller. You understand? So, a team where we say, see tall person, right? You don't play the ball for
That is like when Tuchel did Chelsea. When Tuchel put Rhys James for right, he go come out Olivier Giroud.
play
He go put
Hazard. You play Hazard, no, you play Hazard.
Maybe Kai Havertz even sabi not. But he go put Timo Werner. He go come out Giroud wey sabi head ball. Like Tuchel, you be Babalawo ni.
They say you come.
That's the time team. Now like it's Zimbi.
All of them, sure.
Short. You don't stuck on a header. You get. Also, I'm not talk for my mouth too.
Baba, the thing wey vex me pass for that Portugal I say that when they come out World Cup, they can say Martinez is step down. So una not even fire the guy. Una allow him take the pleasure of stepping down.
They say another good generation.
I don't sack him, arrest him for
For
US.
stadium. You know, you can't do any good Rangers do that year. Any good Rangers sack manager for over PA system for
They
stadium.
say na Norway go sign am.
Match they go on, right? Rangers just sack manager straight.
So this game where they go, don't come back to this city.
From here, you stadium they go. Yeah. Anyway, so prediction.
Man, that England-Argentina game is tough for me, man.
You've called Argentina to win.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Argentina.
I agree as well. I think
England to win.
I still with my call. I said France and Argentina in the final.
I think it's England.
Spain will knock out France.
Yeah.
France haven't played a team that have enjoyed most of the possession. I don't know how they play against Spain. I think Spain will knock them out.
I completely disagree.
Okay.
I think Spain will beat them. Why I'm convinced that France will beat them? Why I'm convinced that France will beat Spain? I watched Spain against Portugal. They are very good, and they do they possess the ball, they pass the ball around.
Patient.
They pass the ball around, but that's dangerous edge.
They don't have it up front.
That Mbappé, Olise, Dembele can just bring. They don't have it. So
but you know go see the ball now. So how will you have it?
No, they're not playing against bombs. They're playing against France, bro. I'm not playing against
France
bombs.
can't win the ball.
I'm not saying France.
We talked about this.
I'm saying France, when they have the ball, they will damage. So you are playing with with Kubasi and Laporte as well. And when France has the ball, they will damage.
They don't get the PR for it. But Spain are a very aggressive team without possession. In terms of when they chase after the ball, like when they lose possession, they chase after the ball.
They were better than Portugal, but I wasn't overly impressed with them
at all. We talked about this on the radio show, myself, you, and Rafai. Yamal hasn't, he scored a goal at the World Cup, right? But hasn't, it's been, and that's the thing about, he hasn't really lit up, right? What is that down to? And on the radio, he said, look, the system that Del Bosque has, sorry, not Del Bosque, De La Fuente assisted, has filled it out is, in the first tournament, he was more relying on the exuberance of the players, the youth, all that kind of stuff, But now it's more, you sacrifice yourself for the team. Is that the case, or is it just a case where
tomorrow it's where you will see Yamal's best? Because I think that the French team, have been on the front foot all through the tournament. They've played against teams who literally sit in low blocks against them. Tomorrow, they will probably need to come out and play. Because I don't think they sit in a low block against Spain with the way they played. And I think it affords Yamal a lot more space. Yamal has played against teams who have sat in low blocks against them.
You don't know DJ Deschamps.
If they go out to play, I think Spain will win.
Didier Deschamps don't send anybody. He go do him 2 banks of 4 like this in front of
I haven't
Spain.
seen France playing out of possession, and I am convinced they can really hurt opponents.
right
Out of possession or in possession.
Like out of possession.
When they are not with ball.
Like when they don't have possession,
when they are not with
the
ball.
lion's share of the possession. I don't see how effective those front three can play. When Mbappé is not running behind defenses, it's very redundant. It offers you nothing.
But the counter...
Same thing with Ousmane Dembele.
But the counter argument to what you're saying...
Same thing with Ousmane
The counter argument to what you're saying, senior man, is that you said Spain will dominate the ball.
They will.
Doesn't that then afford France the opportunity to use the pace of Mbappé
and hit them on the
Dembele
counter? It
with a
does.
passing
What I can
back
say is
like
they
Olise has?
should not try that highline that they used to do.
They don't do highlight. De La Fuente is not that madman at Barcelona. He doesn't
do that nonsense.
You want Champions League? What do you say at that highlight?
You guys, so it's both ways. Spain are going to dominate the ball, but you also know that if France if they win the ball, Olise can pass like a madman, and Dembele and Mbappé can run like madmen, and they can finish from anywhere.
Subplot: when Mikel Merino starts coming off the bench and affecting games, he should tell you something. He should tell you where this World Cup is heading.
He should tell you that what?
Where this World Cup is heading.
Spain, right?
He should tell you. No, so
To Spain to win the World Cup.
So Mikel Merino, my brother.
I think
England, you talk for being on top.
I want England. England are outsiders. I'm for the first time in my life, I'm supporting England in a tournament. I don't know why, and maybe it's down to Tuchel.
Now, because you won the Ballon d'Or.
It's too cool. I said it for with Ballon d'Or. Not
All of a sudden, he tells you where the World Cup is going. I say England are my outsider.
No, I'm just saying. No,
I still want place where we beat you.
For last episode, they say probably cinema is like agrees with everybody. say you agree there.
Maybe. But I'm convinced Spain will beat France.
I think it's a tactical wild card to be able to bring us someone like Merino and affect the game the way he's been able to. However, I think he's played against people who were naive to the point of not knowing that they needed to respond to him coming on the field. And I don't think that's going to happen with France. I don't think Didier Deschamps, with how he has played with France, he's going to sit on the bench.
If Merino is anywhere around that box,
I don't think Didier Deschamps where we know.
Yeah, I know.
Except say something happened that day, he just sleep. But the Didier Deschamps we know. I don't think he will sit on the bench and you will bring Merino and he no go respond. Didier Deschamps, first of all, is all about the defensive stability.
The French players, the core of this French team, have they got the cojones? Have they got it too in a difficult game where they don't have possession?
Kante has not played a game. Come on. They will just
they have it
in the second half.
I don't see. You go be like Jason Statham when they work for they work for Seaside. They call someone say XPIA. Say one last job.
Do one more for me.
One more job.
No, that game is very tricky because
very tricky.
Their last two games and competitive game, Spain has sent France out.
They've beaten them.
So it's like they are going in for that game. So knowing that they want to revenge. So that's what I'm saying. It will be very difficult, but
I hear what you say.
I still feel that Spain have got, because Spain, they are very patient.
Walk up in Mbappé.
They when they've not scored.
Yeah, it is.
Walk up in Mbappé is different. Bro, did you see that Morocco game? That Morocco game missed the penalty. My God, when he
Mbappé
scored,
should never take penalty again. I've seen him take
penalty. When
he scored, that delay played a role, but that penalty way play made no chance. That delay played a role. That delay played a role.
So now you agree that the referee
delay
can. When Bruno Fernandes
look like a dive.
When Bruno Fernandes
that was very minimal.
Yeah, that thing look like that.
When Bruno for Premier League, when referee bump into him, he get that time. They say
stop cooking.
Say he misses.
Anyways, point is World Cup Mbappé. See that goal he eventually scored there. See, I was in the house, I was screaming, bro.
Ridiculous.
The way he used that number 19 guy. Say that number 19 guy started being physical with him.
Bro,
he was trying to. He used that guy as shield. Oh God!
Professional footballers, great goal by Mbappé. I think it was Issa Diop.
Yep, Issa Diop
stood in front of him.
That's what I was saying.
And allowed him to shoot.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah. Somebody set
it up to shoot.
That Haaland's goal too.
See that Haaland against Norway.
It's disgraceful.
Haaland against England.
They dress yourself for
stand in front of somebody and tell him
to shoot. Haaland against England. You know there was a time Haaland controlled the ball too. That he wanted to shoot. These English boys don't go in front. They don't go in front. Go meet. You go shoot them. They don't go leave you the way Brazilian players make you shoot.
Anyway, so
Romero go wait when you shoot.
Romero is a madman. Maybe that game he go get red card.
So
if he get red card,
anything Spain go through the final, and Argentina as well.
No,
England, Spain final. You think Argentina, France?
I think Argentina.
I always said at the top of the show, I said Argentina and France will be in the final repeat of the 2022. Obviously, Spain, Argentina for you.
Spain, England.
But I know you try hedge.
We know what you think.
Don't worry.
We know say Argentina.
Baba na Spain, England.
You try hedge.
When Argentina don't qualify, I go snap your status because you know they miss am.
Anyway,
I go snap your status send to the group.
Anyway,
he said that Spain, England.
We're giving out the bottle of Sidewalks to anyone who gets the predictions correctly. So as the guys have done, get into the comment section. Let us know who you think will be in the final. That's a very easy prediction to make, right?
This year.
We'll send you a bottle of Sidewalks. And if we're feeling generous, we'll send you another bottle as well. We'll send somebody else another bottle so we can have two people do that. So thanks for the followers subscribers actually on YouTube. We see it. This last 1 month, we crossed We've had maybe 500 subscribers on YouTube, so we thank you very much for that. Stick with us. We're going to give you a great show. Season 7 is coming. We're setting up for that quite nicely. And there's lots of content for paid subscribers as well. So be a part of the show, not just on Instagram, but get onto the YouTube and subscribe for the show. We want to shout out to our sponsor, Sir Edwards, for rocking with us and making this a very good vibes. Shout outs to, a friend of the house came in, Eccentric. Lots to come in season 7. Ini, I want to thank you very much indeed for coming. Lock number 5. I see the Rolly. Right, it's sort of like we want the whole.
Not Rolex, bro.
The one that hold.
Hey,
the one that hold.
He won't put you in trouble.
The one that hold. Right.
Hey.
Right. And I did sports. As always, a pleasure.
Rolex,
Right.
We'll
see you very soon. Bye-bye.
See me wearing an original Rolex.
I just remember that one in drive ad where the guy won't come on enter car, one enter Rolls Royce in drive. The guy won't enter in drive in Rolls Royce in drive. One car won't nearly jam him. He say wait. Yeah, wait. Hello, Uncle.
Uncle, it's not my own.
Not be me get time, oh.
That was the master class.
That was a master out there.
He say, now your head I nearly match so.
Well, our nephew's a virgin. Our nephew
That was master class.
Ẹ má bínú mo record lọ́wọ́ ni mo ṣe tán.
My producer.
So you know that nephew's trend?
Mo record lọ́wọ́ ni mo ṣe
My leg.
No.
When I sit for long.
Make a good ask you now before you misbehave again.
Inú ẹ má worry ẹ send ẹ sí mi. Màá forward ẹ sí Fúnṣọ́.